Okay, we're back. Still messing with the camera, trying to find the right spot for it, but we'll go with this for now. So this is where we are on the project. The fuselage has been laid up. I have some of the stringers on, and a couple of notes on this particular kit. Okay, as I said a couple of times, we're going to be building a float plane here. So I'm not going to be using the kit supplied landing gear option. These two bulkheads here, number 2 and 3, were slotted to accept the landing gear strut fairing. And so what I did was the slots there would have left everything pretty fragile. This would have been able to crack or come apart during construction here on me. Since I wasn't going to be using these, I just cut the tops of them off right here, just a little bit beyond the surface of the fuselage. And that's so two things. Well, one, it would fill those slots and take care of a weak spot, and the other reason, the reason I left them extended was I could just sand this part off. So we needed those installed, just not the whole thing. So that's why those pieces are there. The other thing is they don't really describe how the part BB goes in. This is the cockpit instrument panel backing. It's also a major component here. It's the only thing that really secured this A1 keel at this end. So, and the way it goes in there, and again, it's not described or illustrated anywhere. You just dry fit it. So you put the A1 end into the slot, and then press this bottom section forward onto the two keels, forward all the way up to the top. See, I don't know if you can see that, but it just comes and butts up against the top of this former here at the back, and that's how it's supposed to fit. And then you just lay a little bit of glue, tack it down after you dry fit it. That's how that goes in. A little note about stringers. So when we're putting the stringers in, not all of the stringers run from the front bulkhead to the rear. Two interior lower stringers just butt joined to the last former. You can see this stringer here just butt joins to the number 7 former on both sides. So, and then I left the top section clear so I could get in here and work on our cockpit. So again, this is a tandem seat. That means there's a seat here and a seat here, just like a Piper Cub. Using these were left over from previous kit. So what I'll probably do is make sides for these, and then a rudimentary framework. In the actual aircraft, these sit, good 8 to 12 inches off the floor, on a metal framework, tubing framework. So I'll just replicate something like that. Probably just use the piano wire and a right gauge and just a few bends, and make a real simple framework for each of those, put them in. So that'll give us a little bit of interior, and then I have the floor in. I'll just add cardstock sidewalls here to clean up the sides. Still thinking about that. I may not. I may just let the infill serve as the inside surface. And again, I might do that for the other reason I might do that is that I might want to be cutting the door out and hinging a door on this side. And if I add cardstock there, that would negate the ability to put a door there. I wouldn't be able to do that. So I'm still thinking about that. I'm leaning towards just letting the infill serve, and then I'll just finish the floor out to the side. And then we'll dress up the control panel, the instrument panel. We'll do the same as we did on the Stearman project. We'll make a panel sandwich, instruments, and clear acetate, and a nice black instrument panel face. Probably do the bezels on this one, show you how we do that. The round, yeah, you'll see. So again, this is where we are on the project. Couple of quick, oh, and I'm going to be fabricating an engine, just, you know, not highly detailed, but sufficient. I'm going to be opening up the cowling. You see, I've got 3 of the 4 openings done, and then and it's enough to where, you know, you'll be able to see the cylinder heads, you know, a bit of the plumbing. I'll do. I was thinking about having the cowling be removable. That means the prop would have to come off, the cowling off. But I don't think I'm going to do all that. I'm not going to hinge the cowling in any way. I'm not going to try that. I thought about it. You know, at some point we'll be there, but right now, again, this is for the channel. I want to make a kind of keep this sort of simple and yet do a few side projects to show you a little bit of scratch building and how that goes. A lot of times people ask, or I see on the forums, they want to know how to get these plastic parts separated from the backing sheets without damaging them. And so I started working on this, and I thought I'd save the rest for this session. So typically, you know, what I do is I'll trace around the part right at the base, and we do that pretty simply. You just take your pen, hold the part against a flat surface, place the pin against that spot, and then just turn the part, and you'll see how that outline can only go one place, and that is at the base of the part, at the place where it joins the backer sheet. And so I do that just so I can see that edge. Helps me to see it. And then what you want to do then is take your part, and whatever it is, wheel pans, cowlings, any plastic part this works for, except maybe the pilot figure. Sometimes it's because of the shape of it. It doesn't. If it's a flat back part like this, this is how you do it. You just sand that, and you turn the part, because you don't want to overwork any one specific side of it or the other. And since your hand is putting undue pressure typically on the back edge here, even if you're trying to be an equal opportunity sander, you'll find that just by the motion itself, the weight of your hand, the direction of the sandpaper, whatever reason, it's best to keep turning the part. And you see how this just falls away here, right? The more you sand, the more you get this. And then you can also see where it's like down here, it seems to be heavier. So we'll focus on this. All right. So anyway, this is how we take the parts off. You get it down where you like it. Take your blade of your X-Acto and do it just exactly the same way as you did when you were outlining the part. You hold the blade still right at that point, and you just turn the part. Right? You just turn the part, not the blade. In a place that's, you know, being sticky, you just go over it again. You don't try to do the whole thing in one turn, right? Not in one pass. What this is score cutting. You're scoring the plastic, creating a weak spot, and then just kind of flexing the plastic at that spot, and that gives you the separation on a good day. It would also probably help me if my blade was sharp. You can tell this one's spent. There we go. We'll go 2 for 1. Alright. Let's try this again with a sharp blade. You see, this is our still attached region over here. And it's better when the blade's sharp. All right. Away from our line. That's okay. It's better to be outside than inside. And again, you hold the blade steady and just turn the part. So we've got a pretty broad lip around this still. And I'll show you a trick for getting rid of that. And it involves some hocus pocus. Okay. What we're going to do is we'll take and trim this off of the sheet here and sand around this edge. We'll use our coarser grit. What do I got here? 100 grit sandpaper. And we'll just go pretty carefully around this. What we want it to do is to fit inside of this part all the way around. And we want it to go in about a 1/16 behind here, back in so far that that the plastic itself is flat and not curled outward, right behind this. So this goes in deep enough that it's past this point here where this is lipping out, and where the back edge of this is even with the flat part of the cowling. And then we sand this off. You see, we just sand like this. We just keep going until we're up against this. And by that time, we're into the flat plastic, and then we're through this edge we don't want. Right? It also gives us a nice solid mating surface. And we just glue the whole cowling. When we glue it on here, we'll actually be gluing this onto here. See what I'm saying? See what I mean? We'll be gluing this onto here. Not just going like this. This is flimsy. This is problematic. This is easy to sand through, and we don't want that. Right? We want a nice solid connection here. Alright, and then when we have this, shaped and cut and sanded and fit to where it fits inside here, we're not going to glue it up until after we attach our engine to it. And that'll be a whole scratch build. Our scratch build of the motor is going to occur on this sheet. Right, we'll build everything up on here once it's already fitted here. And that'll be part of that process, getting a motor built. And then the other thing I wanted to show you was how we cut these out. So I did these 3, and I thought I'd save this one for the camera here. So got a nice clean blade on here. Oops, we'll cut your cowling. And you just want to, again, you're just going to score that. You just want to draw the blade around. And he lost his touch. I did the first 3. I should have gone ahead and just done them all, right? I didn't have this problem. I was on a roll. It was delicious. All right, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Got our blade in there now. Okay, so you just carefully want to, score begin on the inside of these. Usually the plastic's a little thinner back in here because of the way these are vacuum formed. The plastic gets stretched a little thinner in these areas here. Alright, so you have it open. So now what you want to do is just kind of drag the blade around in there. And you want to head for about a distance of about 1/8 of an inch from the face of the cowling. So each time you drag the point of your blade around in there, you want to be careful not to get deeper than that 1/8 inch. And you just kind of keep going around, taking another 1/16, maybe another 1/32 of an inch here and there. Keep it even. In other words, you don't want to just work one side and then move on. You want to just kind of keep going around and taking a little bit more material each time. You don't want to have any jagged edges, so you just kind of keep cleaning that up. And you're just using the tip of the blade. You're using the first, I don't know, 1/8 inch, maybe a little more, maybe the front 1/4 inch of your blade. You don't want to get into the back of the blade at all. And you want to keep the back of the blade off of the face of your cowling, obviously. You don't want to be making any grooves or cuts in the face of it. So you really have to keep just that tip of the blade in there and not get too far in. And as I said, just keep working around and going around, keeping the edge clean, getting closer and closer until you're about 1/8 of an inch in. So now I've got this one pretty much done. There's just a little bit more cleaning up along this, but I wanted to show you how I do this. And I know a lot of people are leery of cleaning out these cowlings, and it really adds